Yeah. Welcome to another episode 5 of What's Realer Than That with your boy Toast. You already know how we rocking it here. Hit that like button, hit that subscribe button. That track right there, it's called Don't You Lie by Offset. I do not own that song, so shout out to him though. That's a dope song. His album is actually dope if y'all ain't heard it. Today though, I got some mind-blowing news, yo. I don't know if you guys ever heard of Phil Schneider. He a geologist and engineer. He dig holes and make tunnels for underground. He been doing it for a long time. He's no longer here. He no longer here with us at the moment, but he's known as a whistleblower. And he encountered some things that is unbelievable, I would say. You know, aliens. I'm gonna just say it clear as day. Aliens, yeah. He encountered some aliens. He been talking about it a lot. He was digging this ditch, and then it was hard to get through, and they must have bust through something where it was a whole different world under there, underground, y'all, underground. How crazy is that? And y'all don't gotta believe me. I'm just gonna give y'all the facts. The stuff you can look it up too. It's not. I ain't making none of this up. Y'all can Google this. His name is Phil Snyder. Y'all can see it right there. Google them, YouTube them, check them out. That's what I'm about to give y'all the information that I heard, the information that I found out after I did some research. This all happened at the Dulce base underground. It was an underground war in 1979. This happened at the Dulce base. They was building these underground tunnels, like you see in this picture right here. They got underground tunnels, y'all. It's crazy. Like it's crazy, yo. And they all connect. They all connect. Like and you could they got this type of train that just goes fast. It can get you all over the world fast, like like that. Like you know what I'm saying? And it's crazy. There's a lot of information to tell y'all, so I want to get into this a little bit. So definitely hit that like button for me. Hit that subscribe button. You already know how we rocking up here. Your boy Toast in the building again. Um, what's realer than that, man? This is a deep thing right here. If I told y'all this without the facts, y'all would be like, he's lying. He's lying. But I'm gonna give y'all all the facts right now. We're gonna talk about this. This right here is Phil Snyder, a government geologist and engineer with over 17 years of experience working on black projects. Okay? He's one of the most important whistleblowers in modern history. That's what they saying he is. In September 1995, Mr. T exposed the New World Order agenda and how it connects with extraterrestrial. During the speech, he presented physical evidence of alien metals and artifacts. I mean, come on, man. Something got to be going on. You dig? Something got to be going in and out. I don't know if y'all noticing that, but it's connecting back. So I'm trying to get this out to y'all though, because this is dope information. This is crazy. Um, but I'm back connected now. So let me get back into it real quick. It just says that in September 1995, Mr. Snyder gave a presentation at the Preparedness Expo in which he exposed the New World Order agenda and how it connect with extraterrestrials. During his speech, he presented physical evidence of alien metals and artifacts along with additional photographs to validate his claims. Less than 6 months after giving this presentation, he was found dead in his apartment with a piano wire wrapped around his neck in what mostly would classify a military style execution. That's what they saying. I don't know if it's true. I ain't got nothing to do with that, so don't come to me. You know what I'm saying? This public facts though. Y'all can see this out right here. According to some close to the investigation, Mr. Snyder had been reportedly um, brutally tortured before being killed. Regardless, the authorities somehow ruled this as a suicide death. Right? Phil kept telling his family and friends, "If I ever committed suicide, I was murder." Oh man, that's crazy. Phil, knowing he was a target, that what he was doing was messing with hugely powerful people and creatures. Wow. He told everyone that was a target. He told everyone he was a target, and if he ever died mysteriously or committed suicide, he was murdered. That's crazy. This John got me. This John got me tripping. Oh shit. All right, let me see. Before getting to this video, this article contains a summary of the information Mr. Snyder presented at the expo. However, it's best you know some basic facts before going into the scope of what's happening right now under our nose. Mr. Snyder worked excessively on building deep underground military bases, better known as DUMBs. He claims that the information about aliens is kept well hidden from the public, and the U.S. military has known about the presence of aliens for a period of time dating back to the 1909, 1900s, basically. Back in 1909, that's crazy. He also asserted that more than $500 billion was being uh, uh, calculated every year to black projects dealing with alien matters. Wow, that's crazy. That's deep. That's deep. He got a lot of information, man. A lot of information. If y'all live with me right now, hit that like button for me, player. Hit that like button, subscribe button. You know what I'm saying? Tell your friend to tell a friend to tell a friend to tell a friend to get back in here and, join this live. If not, leave y'all comment at the bottom, though. This is about a war that happened at the Dulce base underground in 1979. Um, Geologist and engineer Phil Schneider, he was the one that told this story, his story about what happened. And I'm just going to read over briefly over some of this stuff that happened, just to give y'all information on it, see what's going on. It's crazy. Um, in 1995, there were 131 active dams in the U.S. and approximately 1,477 underground bases in the world. Each base cost an average of 17 and $19 billion in 1995 money. It's a lot of money back then. And it took 1 to 2 years to construct with the use of highly advanced methods of construction that included uh, vertifying and metaling rock using lasers that reduced the rock to powder. And then they smoothed out the tunnels using boring machines. Mr. Snyder further claimed that these bases are massive and house thousands upon thousands of people. Ain't that crazy? That's crazy, right? Magneto levitation trains connect all the domes based within the United States in a enormous transport system capable of speeds of Mach 2 or higher. Wow, that's fast as hell. So them trains down there that they got that connect these dumbs connecting to, which is the dumbs is basically the underground um the trails basically. That's what they calling them. They connect. And they said they got the trains down there, the trains that connect to all the DOMs based within the United States in an enormous transport system capable of speeds of Mach 2 or higher. This, like fast, you know what I'm saying? He claims there is a whole other world and it's both human and alien life forms. Wow, that's crazy. Could y'all believe that, yo? Could y'all believe that? I'm reading this. Y'all can Google it too. It's up here. I'm not making this up at all. You know what I'm saying? This is crazy. Area 51 is actually a complex composed of 9 deep underground bases, and there are over 18,000 workers who live, whose lives are highly regulated and internally veiled in security. Secrecy. I'm sorry, veiled in secrecy. So they got a lot of people working it. We don't even know. We'll never know. It's crazy. Um, the United States government has signed an agreement in 1954 with extraterrestrials, granting them permission to experiment on humans and cattle in exchange for technology. How deep is that? That's crazy. This agreement, known as the gr- uh, gen- I forgot how you say this word. Hold on. Don't judge me. I want to say it right. All right, let me see. Gradina. Gradina? The Gradina Treaty. Yeah, known as the Granada. Not my fault. Granada. Known as the Granada Treaty. That's what it's called. Granada. My fault, y'all. All right, let me run that back. The United States government signed an agreement in 1954 with extraterrestrials, granting them permission to experiment on humans and cattle in exchange for technology. This agreement, known as the I forgot the name, Granada Grenada Treaty, is a well documented event. Y'all can check it out for yourself. Grenada Treaty. That's what it's about. Y'all can definitely go check it out. Um, the original terms of this agreement stated that only what did I say? So That shit crazy. I really thought I seen something just now. Shit crazy. I thought I seen something, yo. Real talk. All right, let me get back to this though. All right, it's a the original terms of this agreement stated that only a small amount of humans could be abducted. They had to be returned where they were found, and their memory of the event had to be wiped clean. Ain't that crazy, yo? So they can abduct us and wipe our memory clean, which means we probably been abducted before and don't even know it. Wow. What if that's possible? I ain't never think of that. I mean, I wouldn't know, but is that why we get deja vu or some shit? Like, I don't know. I don't know. That's too deep to think about. Let me get back. Let me get back into this. That's crazy though. Like if this is true, that's crazy. If this is true, that is crazy, yo. All right, say the aliens were also supposed to supply a list of humans that they were taking to Majestic 12. However, it became clear after a few years that the aliens were taking far more humans than they originally agreed to. Now, let's talk about Majestic 12 real quick, because a lot of people won't know what that is. I didn't know what that is. Okay? Majestic 12, also known as MJ-12 for short, is a purported organization that appears in UFO conspiracy theories. Okay, that's what that is. The organization is claimed to be the code name of an alleged secret committee of scientists, military leaders, and government officials. And this was formed in 1947 by an executive order by the U.S. President Harry S. Truman. Ain't that crazy? So this was back then. This was in 1947, right? Oh man. They signed an agreement in 1954 with the extraterrestrials. Ain't that crazy? Granted them permission to do these things. Oh man. This is crazy. However, it became clear after years the aliens were taking far more humans than they originally agreed to. Mr. Schneider alleged that there are 11 distant alien races on this earth. Distinct alien race on this earth. There are 11. He said two of these species are, let me tell y'all this word right here because this is a different word, benevolent.
Benevolent.
Benevolent. He said two of these species are
Benevolent.
benevolent. There we go. Two of these species are benevolent, right? Which means kind, kindly. They pretty kind-hearted. They like good ones. They're not bad. They won't beat you up, do nothing like that to you. They're really cool to be around. They like good-hearted. Humane, generous. Um, they just really cool. They kind, you know what I'm saying? Neighborly, you know what I'm saying? Um, that's the benevolent kind, though. All right. The New World Order and the alien agenda are one and the same, Mr. Snyder describes. The alien agenda as the complete takeover of this planet. That's what they want to do. They want the complete takeover of this planet, killing off 5 to 6 to 7 to 8 of the world's population by 2029. That's crazy. Now this speech was in 19 this speech was in 1995. His last speech was in 1995, right? So he was talking like this back then. That's deep. In 2029, that's close. They ain't that far. He said, obviously, an alien takeover would mean that a one world government would be put into place and would, in all, probably be the end of freedom as we know it. At least nine race of alien beings view humans as a food source. Ain't that crazy? At least nine race of alien beings view humans as a food source. They all are not cannibalists, saying they all not cannibalists. They all will not eat you, like, eat you up. Instead, they use secretions from the glands of humans and animals for the mixture of their vitamins and their food. And some alien race can get high off of our adrenaline. Ain't that crazy? Now, secretions, let me tell y'all what secretions is, okay? case a lot of people don't know what that word is. I didn't know what it was. That's why I'm saying it. Um, secretion is the movement of material from one point to another, such as a secreted chemical substance from a cell or gland. That's what it is. In contrast, extraction is the removal of certain substance or waste products from a cell or organism. That's deep. That's real deep. And they get high off of us, yo. Ain't that crazy? They get high off of us. We that dope, nigga. No, let me stop joking. That's crazy though. They get high off of us. So they use it. They use us. The man. That's crazy shit, man. Let me get back to the story. Let me get back to this, man. That's at least 9 race though. At least 9 of them. All right. Now let's say 16 days before he gave his presentation, Mr. Schneider was what's up, Doogies? Mr. Schneider was shot in the shoulder by an FBI agent who I know, mommy bringing you food, remember?
What time she's gonna be home?
She on her way. I'm loud though.
Oh,
But wait to interrupt. It's cool. Say hi to everybody.
Hi.
It's my son, y'all. He crazy. But let me finish this because I'm telling them some dope information, all right?
Tell them I said sorry.
No, it's cool. They good. They good. They good. We all good, right? We straight. We straight. All right. All right. 16 days before he gave the presentation, Mr. Snyder was shot in the shoulder by an FBI agent who wanted to kill him. Mr. Snyder shot and killed the agent in self-defense. In addition, he reported the incident to the FBI's, who dismissed him and the entire incident, which means nothing happened, I guess. He claims that 11 previous attempts were made on his life since he started speaking out. He also claimed the DIA agent who tried to kidnap his daughter, but they were unsuccessful due to his heroic ex-wife. That's crazy. Now, I don't know if this is, man, I mean, he got evidence, you know. He's pointing out things that I never seen, and I do have a brief video. You know how I do. I stay with a video. You know what I'm saying? I gotta bring the documents to proof. This is Phil Snyder though, the guy y'all see right here in this picture right here. This is him, man. If you could see his hand is half shot off. He had actually had a I'm gonna let him tell his story about what actually happened so y'all can really, really dig into it. So I'm gonna play that right now for you guys. Hit that like button, subscribe button. I appreciate you all. Let's go off of this. It's about to start. It's about to start.
Out or deflagrate or melt rock out to build the large rooms that are required for this underground base. Well, in this process, I was lowered down the basket of one of these holes, and about from me to this elderly woman here in the front was sitting a 7-foot tall alien gray. The stench was worse than the worst garbage can you can imagine. The person or the entity was absolutely horrible. I didn't waste any time. I reached for my pistol. At that time, as an engineer, I didn't have time to carry all the folderol of one of these big submachine guns that all the sea spray and the yellow fruit and all the outer perimeter and inner perimeter security people carried. I carried a little Walter PPK pistol with a 9-shot clip. This is in late August of 1979. Now, you got a regular suit of clothes, you got a regular clothes on, plus you're in almost like a spacesuit environment, and you're reaching for a gun. It's not the easiest thing to do, and then to pop a clip in it and start shooting. And I killed 2 of them. Yes, they're mortal, and they do die. However, in the process, one of them did this. All I remember is that he just kind of waved his hand in front of his chest, and the next thing I know, this blue beam hit me and just literally opened me up like a fish. and burnt my fingers right off of me. And it was some form of electrical force, because the kind of like being hit by a lightning bolt burned all my toenails off of me. Completely crispy crittered my left foot. Burnt the shoe right off of me. All I remember was the smoking remains, and I'm still conscious, but in and out of, I didn't remember much. And there was a Green Beret that was right behind me that risked his life. In fact, he died. But he risked his life. He shoved me back in the batch and hit the button and took me up. I wouldn't be alive talking to you today if it wasn't for him. I'm forever indebted. He lost his life. 66 Secret Service agents, Green Berets, Black Berets, crack troops lost their lives because the government, our United States government, lied, did not tell us anything about the alien threat. There's a war underneath there, and I'm talking dead serious. It's been going on since that time. Since late August of 1979, our military, the Russian military, basically the militaries of the world, have been in constant conflict with the outer space alien. The small gray, the large gray, the reptilians, the whole thing. There are 11 distinct races of aliens. 2 are benevolent. 1 had to leave here in a hurry because their world is under attack, both on the surface as well as underground. There, the Pleiadians. They're familiar. Maybe some of you are familiar with that. Would some of you raise your hands who've heard of Billy Meyer and some of the, very good, about half the group. Well, Billy Meyer is one of these lucky people that they figured, well, he's kind of a simple type, we'll show him everything. Well, these are the benevolent aliens, and they've been here helping us. In fact, I have a picture, let me reach for it here. I have a picture of one of the aliens been working for the United States Pentagon for the last 58 years. His name is Val Valiant Thor. He's right here. There's my father in the background. This whole place, the ready room of the USS Eldridge, Al Bielek has probably explained, or maybe even shown you this picture. There's a list of some of the notable people in it. They're all the atomic bomb scientists of the day, all the time variant experimentalists of the day, all the top physicists of that particular day. This was in August of 1943. Now, this guy has not changed one iota in 58 years. Started work, he came here, crashed here or whatever, either 37 or 38 is what I've been told. So it's for 58 years, this man's been employed, probably under duress. If you don't do as we say, we're just going to... For 490 years is what he says his lifespan is. Now, he is supposedly a semi-benevolent, he's a human-looking type person. He has 6 fingers and 6 toes, and he's got one oversized heart, 1 lung, giant lung. His blood vessels are bigger. He's got copper oxide for blood, similar to an octopus. His brain capacity, 300 centimeters greater than ours. He has a thinking capacity, IQ, if you were to measure it, be totally off the scale, be about a 1200 IQ. He speaks 100 languages fluently, alien as well as others. He's a remarkable person. I had a chance to meet him one time. Now, by the way, he doesn't shake hands. He was kind of in a spacesuit because all aliens, regardless benevolent or otherwise, they're carrying germs and diseases and bacterium in and on them that are deadly to us. If I were making policy, I'd quarantine them all. Because how do we not know that some of our diseases like AIDS, Ebola, hantavirus, and a few of these other weird designer diseases, as I call them, are not made from the cadavers of some of these aliens as a biological weapon to use against the people of the United States? Well, I'm a tired American speaking out. telling you is kind of almost like a brain overload here. Back in 1946, we set off a number, actually 4 atomic bomb tests at Bikini Atoll. It's a group of islands in the South Pacific. I have an original photograph here with original language on the photograph that shows there is a large alien spaceship off a wingtip of a United States aircraft. It was a drone aircraft right at the point where the bomb was beginning to show a neutron flash cloud. Here's the bomb going off. Here's the airplane tip here, and here is the alien spacecraft. Now, in 1947, questions later, please. In 1947, after Roswell debacle, our military got before the U.S. Senate. They were hauled before the U.S. Senate and says, what's going on here? Well, we didn't know anything about discs until this happened. It flopped in our backyard. Total lie. They lied to the U.S. Senate. They should have been prosecuted as traitors. Anybody lying to a United States Senator or House of Representative, any Senator or House of Representative person, President of the United States, Vice President, any cabinet member lying to the American public is a traitor and should be dealt with in an appropriate fashion. This is actual proof, positive, that this occurred in 1946. Now, U.S. military knew all about flying discs, and flying disc technology as thoroughly early as 1933. Of course, we remember the Germans did too, the Nazi Germans, Hitler and all their bunch of people. Now, it gets to the big question. If all this has been hidden from us, everybody says, well, where's the proof? I've got some of the proof laying on the table. But a lot of you probably are totally skeptical. They say, well, that could be anything. In my hand here, I have a piece of what's called corbamide. It's the heaviest element in the world. Element 140. This piece of material weighs 15 ounces. It's 3.5 times the weight of uranium. It cannot be made to emit gamma rays. It cannot be isotoped. It is totally stable. It is used in all stealth aircraft and all Phoenix-class submarines. When combined with other alien elements, it is impregnable. It cannot be melted with charged particle beam weapon. When properly combined in secretive compounds, it can withstand temperatures in excess of 10 million degrees Fahrenheit. It is grown by aliens who have given a good... The other side of the alien question is, some of these aliens have broken off from their mainstream and said, we're not getting a fair shake, and so this is what happens. And I'm talking about the alien grays. Some of them broken away. They're talk about not being popular. But this particular piece of metal is an amazing piece of technology. It's capable of being grown in 15 different crystal systems. Now, I'm a geologist, and I, prior to 15 or 20 years ago, knew of only 6 crystal systems. There's actually 15, if you count all the alien metals. Now, this is only element 140. If you look at the local periodic table in your local library, it says 104. Somewhere down the line, we've been lied to, and we've been cheated. What we have to do is we have to literally ask for the truth. If we cannot ask for the truth, we must demand the truth. We must take it before courts of law in common law systems, and we must demand it. If we cannot do this, our founding fathers told us The only thing left is to overthrow, to get the parasites out. I don't advocate overthrow, but it does look like this may be the only alternative. Now, I'm going to casually mention to you something that's very scary indeed, and tell you what the alien agenda is. And it's going to sound very familiar. The alien agenda is the complete takeover of this planet, the killing off of 5, 6 to 7/8 of the world's population by the year 2029. The U.S. military has known about this for 45 years. They've told no one. As far as I know, I'm the only person standing before a crowd talking about the alien agenda, secretively. Okay. Back in 1954, I'll give you a quick overview. There was the Greada 1954 treaty where Eisenhower signed a pact with the known alien species of the time. There were 3 at the time. And said that we're going to deal in high technology, but you can take a few head of cattle and a few human beings and you can experiment on them. It's unthinkable. It's stuff straight out of the Nazi death camps, and I'm kidding you not, it's plain BS, and it's got to stop. Now, the Greada 1954 treaty would have been violated. After the great firefight, the alien-human war, I am the only living survivor talking about it worldwide at all. Only one. The other 2 are in nursing homes in Canada, and the Canadian government refuses to allow any U.S. people, including myself, to talk to them because they are afraid of kidnap. Probably the reason I got shot to pieces and 11 attempts on my life is I am a direct threat to the entire system. The New World Order, the alien agenda is one and the same. It's world takeover and the decimation of the population of this planet. Now, I'm going to tell you something a little bit different about the alien species. The bad news ones, there are 9 races of alien populations. To look at a human being as a bag of food. They're not cannibals. They don't eat the flesh and the bones and all that kind of stuff. They use the glandular secretions of animals and human beings as a mixture of the vitamins for their food. They get high off of our adrenal gland substances called adrenal chrome. It's something like cocaine to them. Now, what can we do about it? Right now, if we do nothing, we can do nothing about it, and it'll continue to go on. Basically, we'll be led in the dark, and you'll keep seeing more and more people disappear. Right now, there's 100,000 children totally unaccountable through FBI archives, cannot be traced anywhere. They haven't been murdered. Nobody's ever seen them. I think they're hauled underneath in some of these bases, and they are summarily done away with, and they are literally eaten. Now, that is a scary thing indeed. And I'm not asking you to believe me in toto. I am asking you to seriously do enough homework that you can go out in through the public record, through the congressional records, find out who's voting for what, and go from there. Do your own program, do your own agenda, and do your own speaking out. And if enough of us do this, there is some saving grace. However, we don't have a whole heap of time left.
Facts.
We're going to run out of everything that we need. We're going to pollute everything in sight in the better part of 20 years. Now, I know you've heard some poppycock stories. Oh, we're going to run out of coal. We're going to run out of gasoline. We're going to run out of this, that, and the other. And 25 and 30 years ago, you heard all this hogwash. Well, don't believe it. Basically, anything you read in a paper, you should take with a grain of salt. Start reading on what is missing out of the article. Ask yourself, what's missing in this article that I should know? Maybe that's the truth. Fill in the blank spots, so to speak. White copy is only one leg of the triangle. There are two other legs, two other pieces of the puzzle.
Right.
What we have to do as a group of people, concerned people at that, and this group seems, I'm not asking you to do what I'm doing. I'm telling you, what I'm doing is very important. Every one of you is equally important.
Right. Yo, that was crazy. I don't want to watch the whole video because it is pretty long. But you guys can definitely check it out on YouTube. It's on YouTube. Just check it out. Type in Phil Schneider, geologist. You know, he talks about it all. I just don't want to have the whole thing playing the whole time, you know, and it's pretty long. It's like an hour. So I just want y'all think, man, what do y'all think about that? Do y'all believe it? Do y'all, I mean, he do have proof. He showed y'all the proof. We read his story earlier. Let's that guy. Um, let me know what y'all think, man. What's realer than that, though? Tell me, what's realer than that? If the if the government is working with aliens and they plan is to take over the Earth in 2029, we running out of time. You there? We running out of time. It's crazy, bro. Like, can you just imagine, like, some aliens just pop out the motherfucking ground and just start killing everybody? Bunch of aliens. If they under the ground, but some of them not under the ground, they said. They look just like us. How deep is that? I don't know, man. What's realer than that? I'm gonna definitely be tripping off of this video. I'm still tripping, man. Shit crazy. You already know, man. Hit that like button, subscribe button. We're gonna get on out of here. I'm gonna let y'all have a good night. If y'all want to rewatch it, rewatch it. If not, definitely Google him, check him out. Yo, what the hell is going on, man?